The AllSeen Alliance is the name of this community and this organization, and we're all here building one thing, AllJoin. AllJoin is a way to connect billions and billions of products. And I can now say billions and billions because we have cracked over, thanks to some really good friends, we've cracked over 100 million products. We're passing 125, maybe 130 million right now, which is really, really awesome. We've got a bunch of great news coming about all of this goodness that we're seeing. But to jump back down, the AllSeen Alliance is a community. It's a community of members, and there's a lot of members in the room. And it's a community that has members building AllJoin, because they all share the same goal of getting products to talk to each other. Because I don't know about you, but I'm really tired of having a bunch of disconnected, connected products that don't really work together, that mean that I have to be an IT manager in everybody's house to make their things work. And it's not what any of us want. We just want it all to work magically. The AllSeen Alliance is a collaborative project of the Linux Foundation. Preston, who you've probably all talked to at least 100 times, myself, Katie, and all the rest of the team here, we're all employees of the Linux Foundation. We're stewards of this project on your behalf. We work for you as the members, and we take that really seriously. We want this project to succeed. We are up at all hours of the day and night making sure that everything here is going on. And if you have a problem, if you have a question, if you need something, please come to one of us. We'll make sure we get your problem solved. The Alliance is a consortium, and it's a community. And finally, it's an open source project. And this, at the end of the day, is how we measure, technical success. It's not how we measure overall success. That number I used at the beginning, 120 million plus products heading towards 1 billion, that's how we measure real success. More products that work together from more companies that do more interesting things for people in the real world, that's really the success of this effort. When nobody cares about the tech anymore because it's there, it's like oxygen, it's like HTTP, it's like HTML, it's just around us, then we know we're really successful, because then all of the people in this room that sell things will be able to sell lots of things to consumers who want them because they do exactly what they want. We're 185 plus members now, which is really just incredible. I started here a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, and then we were cracking up around 85 members. We've grown immensely. And there's over 750,000 lines of member-created, member-contributed code from 2 years of work. We have an incredible set of premier members, and when you look across this set of premier members, you see consumer electronics, you see an incredible set of people who make large and small white goods and appliances, and you see some really big services and infrastructure companies there. Below that, the community members, I'm just going to put this up. It's just a who's who of companies across the world. And this is great. And I think that one of the important parts of these 3 slides, and I'm going to go back to the beginning again here, is these companies, as well as all of these sponsored members, like our good friends from the university over here, all of these companies and sponsored members are part of the community. And if you want to connect with them, I spend my days making connections between almost everybody in this room. I think I've connected you to one other person. And really, this community is about that, because when those connections happen, really good things happen. We have this page up, but if you go to allseen.org this morning, you'll see that the website no longer looks like this, which is really awesome. We've launched a new website. And we'll have a list of products that use AllJoin, but we also have a list of products that are AllJoin certified in market now. And really, we're taking the next big leap forward. You'll hear more about that as we go on through the day. Brett reminds me over and over again to continue to encourage you, if you're not a member, to join. I do that to all of the non-members in the room. Come up, talk to us. We're glad to work with you. So why have this alliance? We have this alliance because the IoT is really still emergent. I'm amazed when I talk to companies. Some of the companies are very sophisticated and have really reached a point where they understand where we need to get to. And other companies are really just learning. They're companies that make hard physical products, and they're figuring out what this all means. They're going through these steps of change. But we do know that the IoT is coming and that everything is going to be connected. And you can see it all around you in all of the things you have. It's just, are they going to be connected together? This common language is what's going to do that, this common language of AllJoyn. And this last point on this slide I think is really important as we're here today. And that's that to get this to happen takes a lot of hard work. There are a lot of members in the room here who contribute a lot of the people that support us in our efforts in the room. And it takes dedicated and really focused effort to get to where we are. It's hard work. It's really, really hard work. And it's contribution. That number, 750,000 lines of code, the new website and other programs we're launching today, that wasn't done by, magic elves in the closet. That was done by everybody who's part of this community through incredible amounts of work. And so, we take very seriously this notion of open. This is an open community, and if you contribute, then you can shape this community. And if you don't contribute, then you can't shape this community. So be part of the open part of this, because we take that as really fundamental. Be dedicated in the things you care about, because you can complain about it all you want, but unless you do something, the complaints don't land anywhere. And then be focused. Get us to this goal, billions of things that talk together. Sorry, Brett. The Alliance is building AllJoyn. AllJoyn is software. It's software that enables products, apps, and services. AllJoyn is local. It lives on the local network, and in the local network, it connects products together. It allows them to be discovered and to interact. And when I say products, I do mean software and physical goods and all those combinations. AllJoyn provides all of the necessary services to make that happen. This core security, the discoverability, the pieces and parts. And AllJoyn is actual software. So, whether I'm holding up a Windows 10 device or an LG TV that are out in the lobby or hundreds of other products out there, they're all running the same AllJoyn software that you can download off the website today. Because we all use that same software to ensure that we're advancing this software together. AllJoyn at its base provides communication, and then above AllJoyn, we have higher level functions, and there's going to be a bunch of sessions through the week, so I'm not going to dwell on that too much, but please jump into those sessions to understand what AllJoyn does, because that will really, well, it's very ominous. Those sessions really jump into the details of AllJoyn. The Alliance structure is really straightforward. We have a board of directors. I have some of the board members here, Paul, for instance. We have a board of directors, and they provide managerial oversight of the corporation, which is the AllSeen Alliance. The AllSeen Alliance has no employees, but it does have a mission, and it's got a lot of supporters. So the board of directors, which is 13 premier directors, 3 community directors, and the TSC chair. And the board of directors, besides having board committees, finance, legal, and membership, also has a certification committee and a marketing committee. Ram's the co-chair of, and Telus co-chairs the certification committee, so they're here. And I don't know, is Susan here? Or Benoit? No, so the marketing committee chairs aren't here, but those 2 committees work incredibly hard on behalf of the board to drive some very specific goals. The certification committee is ensuring that those billions of products are going to work together, and the marketing committee is working to make sure that we tell the story correctly, that to both to members, to people building things, and eventually to consumers. And then on the other side, we have the technical steering committee. This is where the technical work of the Alliance really happens. In the technical steering committee, it's organized into working groups and subcommittees. Think of subcommittees as horizontal efforts that address fundamental issues, technology issues across all of the working groups. So interface review board, that's kind of, at the end of the day, I've heard it described as our internal standards effort. the Security Review Board, which is looking at issues of security, both real and tangible incoming threats, as well as kind of how we're architected and how we're building and where we're going with security. And then finally, the Documentation Committee, which I'll make a plea for. If you like doing technical documentation, I'd love your help in this committee. I tend to do a lot of that. And then the working groups. The working groups cover specific domains. So we have working groups that cover domain areas, and within each working group are specific projects. Those projects are the things that are actually delivering code into the Alliance. And so we've had a CNC working group, which has delivered a bunch of the testing infrastructure, the lighting project, which has delivered the lighting service framework, the HAE project, which is delivering home appliance and entertainment framework. And so these projects are where the actual work at the end of the day happens. Working groups coordinate that, and then the subcommittees in the TSC make sure across all of those that we have consistency. And the TSC as a group helps to guide that whole effort forward so that we continue to advance in a strategic way heading forward. Finally, we have this little bump on the side here, the sandbox, and this is where new ideas incubate and grow until we get them to the point where we can launch them out. There's a bunch of resources. The URL stayed, I think, mostly the same. We launched a new website this morning, so I haven't actually updated all of the links fully to test them to see if they land, but I think they should all redirect fine. So now I'm going to open the floor to you. What questions can I answer to you about the Alliance, about AllJoin, about what we do, about the membership? Bueller. Questions? None? Okay. Enjoy breakfast.